Booktube! This is Becky from Becky Writes, this is Becky Reads, and this is my popular Booktube authors I haven't read yet YA edition. There are so many authors that are really popular on Booktube. We certainly, as a Booktube community, have our favorites, and I have to admit, there are many I haven't read yet. Today I'm going to talk about some of the authors that I haven't read yet that are super popular on Booktube. They're all going to be YA authors, and all of these authors are going to be authors I own books of, but have not read any of their books, because, you know, TBR piles, they just get bigger and bigger and bigger, right? The first author I'm going to talk about is an author who is maybe less popular on Booktube, but super huge on the internet. She's all over Tumblr, all over Twitter, all over YouTube and other capacities. She's written several contemporaries, which aren't necessarily my thing, but she's also written a great, crazy, creepy series that I own the first 2 books of and just still haven't picked up. And that would be Maureen Johnson. Yes, I own The Name of the Star and The Madness Underneath, the first 2 books in the Shades of London series. I think the 4th book is coming out later this year. And have I read any Maureen Johnson? No. No, I have not. I feel like a terrible human. I love following her on Twitter. I have not yet read her books. Shame. Shame. The next author is someone who was really popular on Booktube about a year and a half ago because she was having the 2nd book in one of her trilogies come out. And I own 2 of her books, one of which is a Prince Award winner. Like, it is no slouch. I also follow her on Twitter, and I follow her husband because he's an agent. And I love them both and think they're fabulous. But have I read her yet? No, I have not. Again, because I am failing at life, and that would be Libba Bray. I have Going Bovine. This one has won the Prince Award and is about a boy who contracts mad cow disease and like is going to turn into a cow, and so he's going on this crazy road trip with like his video game playing best friend and like a lawn gnome who might be the embodiment of the god Thor, and it just sounds like a rollicking good time. Have I picked it up and started reading it yet? I have not. I have not. What's wrong with me? The other book of hers that I have is The Diviners. This might have been from my very first book outlet haul way back, probably a year ago. I was so excited about it. The Liar had just come out or was getting ready to come out, and I was super psyched. And then I heard it was going to be years before the 3rd book in the series came out, and you guys, if you haven't picked up on this yet, I hate waiting. I don't wait well. I'm not a patient woman. So I just haven't read any Libba Bray. I checked out all of the Gemma Doyle books. All of them. I had them from the library and I didn't read a single one. What's wrong with me? I don't really know, but Libba Bray is someone that I need to get to, and soon. The next author is perhaps the queen of Booktube. I don't think I have ever watched a female booktuber who has not mentioned reading this author. Now, most people love her. There's a couple people who say she's not their cup of tea, but generally speaking, she is Booktube royalty, and that is Queen Bey, Rainbow Rowell. I have not read Fangirl. I'm sorry, I haven't gotten to it yet. It's a contemporary, and I don't generally like contemporaries. I am not the person that Rainbow Rowell would write this book for, but this book is cult level popular on Booktube. I don't think I have watched a channel that hasn't had a conversation about this, whether it's a review, whether it's been in a wrap-up, whether it is someone who has this book in every color. I was actually on Tumblr and there was a girl who was showing off her collection of fangirl copies, and she has this cover and the different colored backgrounds, all of them in hardback. What is that? Cult level status for Rainbow Rowell. I also have Eleanor and Park on ebook. Haven't read either of them. I'm hoping to get to this one soon as I continue to expand my reading of contemporaries and kind of change my mind about that. But yeah, I haven't read Rainbow Rowell. I own Rainbow Rowell and I still haven't read her. And I follow her on Twitter and I like her and I still haven't read her. For shame, Brecky. For shame. The next author is the only author who's a dude, and also the only author where I only own one of his books. And that is Rick Riordan. Now, the only book of his that I own is The Lightning Thief, but I've been meaning to read this series for a long time. It is one of the most well-loved middle grade series of the last decade. Aside from Harry Potter, I think that this series for middle grade young adults is maybe one of the most talked about that I have heard on or off of Booktube. People love Rick Riordan, so I feel like I should probably at least read one of these books because this is so popular, and also I really like Greek mythology, and also I'm trying to read more middle grade, and also I should maybe read some more dudes because I predominantly read women. Even before I started Booktube, I wanted to read this, so I'm really behind. and I should maybe make this a priority at some point. Maybe. My final author is an author who I adore on Twitter. Everything she does is magic. Literally, I want to be in a writing coven with her. I want to make a circle of coffee and summon her spirit to be my writing, like, patronus. And that is the wonderful Victoria Schwab. Victoria Schwab, or V.E. Schwab, has written several books that are really popular on Booktube. Her most recent book is This Savage Song. This came out in July, and I have heard so many good reviews about this, and I just think she's fabulous. I really hope that I love her books as much as I love her Twitter account because she's a queen. The second book I have by her is not YA strictly, but I'm counting it for this review, and that is A Darker Shade of Magic. This is the first book in the A Darker Shade of Magic trilogy. The third one, I think, comes out like next February or March, maybe. I know I'm gonna love it, and I'm kind of holding off because waiting. Like, I am her target demographic. I love fantasy, I love bleak humor, I love witty characters, I love romance and pirates and kick-ass females, and also alternative history, like magic. I am here for everything she writes, and I haven't read anything yet. Fail. So here you have it, friends. This is my collection of owned authors' books, and I have not read any books by any of these ladies and gentlemen. Comment down below and let me know if you have an author or authors where you own a couple of their books, but you have yet to pick them up. I hope you guys are all doing well. I will talk to you very soon. Bye!